One of the top wide receivers in America just committed to the Florida Gators. Breaking news on a Sunday. We're going to break it all down for you because the Gators are on a run. Naeshaun Montgomery is the latest addition. He's an on 300 prospect from Miami Central High School. We're going to get into it. I got Keith Niebuhr here from Gators Online. But first, Gator fans, exciting times. Hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel, the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube. All right, let's bring in Keith Niebuhr. Keith, Naeshaun Montgomery, how were the Gators able to go into Miami Central and land the stud wide receiver?
Well, first and foremost, I think they just recruited him harder than anybody else. They made him a priority early in the process, and he continued to be a priority throughout the process. Other schools came and went at different times. They recruited him hard, then not as hard, then hard. But Florida was consistent, and he wanted that consistency. He wanted to know that the program he was going to wanted him. And Florida absolutely did want him. But also, Josh, this is a smart guy. He's got NFL aspirations like most of these young men, and he is looking at Florida and other schools from a developmental standpoint. And what he saw the Florida receivers coaches, Billy Gonzalez, David Decker, Chad Lucas, what they did with Ricky Pearsall during his 2 seasons in Gainesville, they felt, or the camp around Naeshaun Montgomery and Naeshaun, they felt like, hey, that's something that could benefit him. If they could do that with Ricky Pearsall, this is maybe something they could do with Naeshaun Montgomery. So one, Florida made him feel like a priority. 2, Florida really stressed the developmental side of things, and that really is something that Naeshaun Montgomery bought into.
Yeah. Vernell Brown, Naeshaun Montgomery, Joshua Moore. I mean, this is a great wide receiver class. How much of it is because DJ Lagway signed with the Gators last year?
I think a lot of it is. And, people always think that you're going to get that windfall of receiver recruits the year you sign a quarterback. It often actually happens the year after you get a quarterback.
You can sell it.
That's right. You can sell it a little bit more. All of these guys, Vernell Brown, the third, a 4-star receiver and top 100 recruit, Joshua Moore, the 4-star receiver from the Fort Lauderdale area, and now Naeshaun Montgomery, the 4-star receiver from the Miami area. They all went and watched Florida practice this spring. They also were there this summer and saw OTAs, the organized team activities. So they have watched DJ Lagway throw a lot. But not only that, Josh, they have hung out with DJ Lagway. And I should point out that DJ Lagway made a point to make each of these 3 receivers, including the newest commitment, Naeshaun Montgomery, he made a point to make sure that they felt like a priority, not only to the coaching staff, but to him, the next probable starting quarterback at the University of Florida in 2025 and beyond. And that really resonated with all 3 of them, and in particular, Naeshaun Montgomery.
Yeah. Now, and when it comes to Naeshaun Montgomery, you've been watching him for years. I mean, we're not talking about a hidden gem. Naeshaun Montgomery has been on the radar of not only the recruiting services, but programs as well. So you've seen his development. Now he's about 6'1", 170 pounds. What type of wide receiver can UF fans expect to get when Montgomery arrives in Gainesville?
Yeah, sorry, Josh. He actually says he's closer to 6'2" and 180, 185 right now. So he continues to grow a little bit. Now, he doesn't ever want to be a guy that's 200 pounds. He told me that the other day. He thinks 185, 190 is perfect for him. He doesn't want to lose his top-end speed. And we should point out that he did run a sub 4.5 second 40 at LSU camp this summer. So he's a fast guy. He's long and rangy, okay? He's not going to be a guy maybe you send over the middle to get torpedoed out there by safeties, but he can take the top off a defense, and he can also catch medium range passes and do something with it after the catch. So he's a really nice complementary piece to Josh Moore, the 6'4", 210-pound receiver, and to Vernell Brown, who's your prototypical slot receiver at 5'10.5", 175 pounds. So they've got 3 different types of receivers in this offense. But Naeshaun Montgomery, as he showed just this past Friday night in his season opener, is a big play waiting to happen. And so, again, a great compliment to the receivers that Florida already had committed. And this really is a strong receivers group in this class, and tip your cap to Billy Gonzalez, who, there were a lot of Florida fans who wondered whether Billy Gonzalez could get out there and recruit against the best of the best. And so far in this cycle, he absolutely has done that and beyond.
Yeah, top to bottom, one of the best wide receiver classes in America. Gator fans, talk to me and Keith. Comment section below. How do you feel about Naeshaun Montgomery, the latest pickup as the Gators push for a top 15 class? Keith Niebuhr from Gators Online. Thanks for dropping by the Inside Scoop. Well, you've made it to the end of today's video, but there's hundreds more videos on the On3 Recruits channel for you to check out. And also, while you're here, hit subscribe.